Hello and welcome to the Josh W YouTube channel and welcome to my new video. In this video today it is my podcast. It is the Tottenham Hotspur podcast, episode 1. It is Saturday 16th of September and I have I have watched Tottenham Hotspur beat Sheffield United 2-1 back from the international break, and it was a game of definitely two halves. The first half we had 0 goals, the second half we had 3 goals in the space of about 30 minutes. The opening goal was Sheffield United on the 74th minute, and I lost all hope at that point. And to be honest, I think all people did. I was, unhappy. I was, dispirited that we went into stoppage time 1-0 down to a relegation battling Sheffield United, who have just been promoted. Obviously, when Man City played them, it was only a 2-1 encounter victory. But, still, I thought it was going to be a not as close game. I thought it was going to be a one-sided affair towards Tottenham Hotspur. We're at home, and luckily we did get a win in that extra stoppage time. It would have been the first loss in the Ange Postecoglou era, and it would have been the first loss since winning the Premier League Manager of the Month for August, which, he got. It was a difficult game. Obviously, 98th minute, Richarlison headed in the goal, which was, absolutely stupendous. Crowd went wild, but obviously, you don't go for a point at this level. It's the Premier League. We are one of the top 6 clubs. Man City still unbeaten out of 5 games. Obviously, we needed to show some desire, and we needed to be there with Liverpool, who have also just had the singular draw, and all the rest wins. So, we knew we needed to win. And we did. Thankfully, on the 100th minute, so 90 plus 10th minute, Dejan Kulusevski, I was singing the gimme, gimme, gimme a ginger from Sweden, because that was an absolutely sensational goal. It was essentially, Richarlison's goal just gave us that hope. It gave us that passion. It gave us that desire. A 1-1 draw wouldn't have been enough either. I wanted a 2-0, 3-0, 4-0 win even. Like the good old days, like the last match day, we beat Burnley 5-2 away from home. Still conceding 2 goals to them. Our defence is still lacking very much so, but the late goals from Richarlison and Dejan Kulusevski actually proved to be the goals that would affect the opponents. They were travelling to Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. It's a £1 billion stadium, and the atmosphere is loud. Tottenham Hotspur, despite their reputation of having 0 trophies, the last trophy won in 2008, the passion at the club is there under Ange Postecoglou. Obviously, James Maddison, Son Heung-min, Richarlison even, bagging one of his first goals of the season, if not the first goal, actually. But he's our striker, and he's not scored a goal. It's taken him 5 match days to even score. And it was on the 98th minute. It was a header from a corner. He needs to be... I'm not saying he needs to be the same type of player as Harry Kane was. Obviously, he doesn't sit deep, play out wide, and then wait for the balls in to capitalise. But, he's more of a poacher. He's more of a Robert Lewandowski, in my opinion. He should be. But, for country, when he starts, he sometimes plays out left, sometimes plays up top for Tottenham. We've really got to, try and see where he fits. I think that's what Postecoglou's trying to do at the moment. Obviously, we've played Son Heung-min up top previously. But honestly, it's just not quite enough. And we're still falling behind slightly. And we need to, pick up the pace, as it were, and kind of keep our defence in check, try and register a few more clean sheets. Guglielmo Vicario, obviously, has got his work cut out. He's come from Atlanta's side. We've got an all-right defence. We've got Christian Romero, we've got Mickey van der Ven, Emerson Royale. The list could go on. We've got good defenders, but we need to bring back the days of Jan Vertonghen and Toby Alderweireld. We need strong defenders and strong physical attributes, which we have, and we can definitely use them, almost definitely. And in a way, it kind of hurts me that it took us, up to the 100th minute. We needed stoppage time to win. We should have been comfortably winning going into half-time. Obviously, I know Man City won, and, Sheffield United look a little bit stronger. But we should have been winning. Even Man City were going into stoppage time. We weren't. We needed that stoppage time, and that would have been the difference between 11 points. Not 11 points, 13 points, and 9 points. And a draw wouldn't have been enough either. It would have put us on 2 draws, 3 wins, which is good, but it ain't great. I want to be battling up top with Man City, Liverpool, Arsenal this season. Arsenal's fell off. Man United have fell off. They got defeated 3-1 by Brighton today. So we need to just, if we keep the passion, and the progress that we have, then I believe that we, can perform better week in, week out. But, it takes passion, and it takes the want to do so. Yeah, so we just need to move on from what could be seen as a negative game. We didn't have all the chances in the game. We gave Sheffield United way too many. We could be seen as not the better team during the game. Even though we won, it's not always down to the amount of goals you scored or the amount of possession you had. Sometimes it's deep in the problems of chances and shots created. Some say the deep line of defence is the most important part in winning a football game. But actually, it's getting those shots, it's registering those shots, getting shots on target and scoring goals. Winning a game 1-0 with 300 shots, 300 on target, but only 1 goal is not a good game. So yes, I'm saying chances are good, but we need to capitalise on all of the on-target ones. I'd rather have 15 shots, 14 on target, and 8 goals than 15 shots, 15 on target, 1 goal. That 1 goal could have been the difference between losing, drawing, and winning, like a 2-1 win over a 1-1 draw or a 1-0 loss. But why take 15 shots when we can only capitalise on 1 of them when 14 were on target? If we have 14 on target, then congrats to the keeper if he's made those saves on 14. 14 saves for any keeper is an astonishing number. But we shouldn't be having 14 shots on target saved. 14 shots on target should equal at least 8 or 9 goals. You see some games where the winning team has about 30 to 35 shots, 20 on target, and only 4 goals maybe in a 4-1 thrashing. If you look at Brighton beating Aston Villa 5-1, Now, don't quote me on this. I think they had about 20-something shots, 5 goals. That's it. Like, you'd expect from 20-something shots, any game with that many shots and that much domination, about no goals conceded. But, if you give chances, you concede. Like, if you get chances, you score. Yeah, that's great. Taking shots, registering shots is good. It gives you momentum, but getting shots on target, not scoring, ain't great. If you have 10 shots on target but only score 1 of them, that's a 10% scoring success rate. I'd rather have a 90% scoring success rate but only have 5 on target than have 10 on target. You know what I mean? Like, I'd rather score 3 out of 5 than 9 out of 10. Like, I don't know, it just seems irresponsible to be allowing, this sort of game to take place. Like, I'd understand it against like a Manchester City or a Manchester United or an Arsenal or a Liverpool. We'd be celebrating this, like being 1-0 down going into the 90th minute and then scoring 2 late goals to win it. That'd be a positive game. But against Sheffield United, having to come from behind for starters is horrific. Man City had to do it today, but they did it against West Ham. Okay? And I just don't think it's good enough. And we need to progress further than having to rely on late goals or winning by 1 goal. We need to start thrashing the opponent. Anyway, thank you very much for watching the Tottenham Hotspur podcast, episode 1. There will be a brand new podcast out every single week, and hopefully we can get episodes all the time. But yeah, thank you very much for watching. Leave a like and subscribe to the Josh W YouTube channel. I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.